Hello and welcome to today's podcast. Today we have a very special guest all the way from Germany, Philip Schardt. Philip is a multi-platinum producer, songwriter, engineer, founder of Templar Mind. He also creates beautiful, one of my favorite Kabbalah Chants together with Dr. Theresa Bullard. He's also a healer, teacher, and a guide in a modern mystery school. Welcome, Philip.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Kasha. Beautiful to be here.
And that's just a very small introduction. The list goes on of all the beautiful skills and magic Philip is creating in life. So I'm super excited for this conversation, Philip.
Mhm.
I would love to know a little bit about your background. What led you to mystery school, to receive the live activation, to do Empower Thyself, to become a healer? Because I know you've explored different things in the past. Would you be able to share a little bit with us?
Oh, for sure. First of all, again, thank you for having me, Kasha. It's an honor. And yeah, I have dabbled in spirituality and New Age for since 2013. I was quite burned out. I've been working in the music industry for over a decade, and I've been working with music that I didn't like in 2013. And yeah, at one point I was like, something is missing, and I started seeking. And I got, because I was already kind of like, people call it a rock star on stages in front of 35,000 people. And I was always, back in the days, open also to substances, call them drugs. So my first, yeah, gate that opened with spirituality was kind of like plant medicine with ayahuasca. But I learned quickly that it doesn't sustain my life in this world, because it always brought me out, and I always wanted to be high on that substance. And at one point I found the mystery school, and that really helped me to ground, and brought me back what I really wanted to do in life.
Mm, That's so beautiful. And I can see a lot with some of my younger clients that they seeking that high, that they seeking that uh, you know, new state. And I often wonder how we do that sometimes to escape, to face, we escape in the reality because we don't want to face that what needs to be changed or healed. Would you say that something for your experience meeting people was that maybe a tendency?
For sure. I think especially artists and younger people are very sensitive to this world, and the world got pretty crazy over the last a few years. And I think we seek to escape from this world, for sure, and numb ourselves to not feel the yeah, sometimes darkness of this world. So we seek it in highs, in substances, and but I can tell you, it's not a, we need to face ourselves to really move through our obstacles, our triggers, and it's important.
Hmm. I feel like the true healing really starts when we start looking within and we start this journey to getting to know thyself. That's why in research the main motto is to know thyself, know yourself truly as divine being beyond the pain, beyond the suffering. Because so often, I think when the suffering comes to the surface, when we start witnessing what is maybe hurting, where the pain is coming from, in a way, there's a tendency of running away, but the only way out is in.
Yeah, only way out is in, and also like the obstacle is the way, right? Like we have to push through and overcome the fears to face ourselves.
Yeah. Um, when you found Mistress School, you of course received your live activation and Empower Thyself initiation, and then of course you've done so much more. But as you've received those uh, first few steps, first few healing sessions, were you able to straight away notice the difference? Because I think there's lots of new age things up there, and Mystery School has a structure, and there's a map to home. I call it map home to thyself, to that divine state. How was it for you that journey? you're experiencing, the plant medicine and all the exploration, and then suddenly you are in front of something more ancient, but also more structured.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely the mystery school brought structure to my chaos, energetic chaos that the plant medicine gurus or all kinds of in the new age brought to my life because I didn't know what's up, what's down, what is real, what's not real. Because in the new age they always say all is one, and that's true, but we're still living physical density, and there is duality. There is light, there is dark, there is good, there is bad. And mystery school truly ended my seeking when I received the Empower Thyself initiation. It was very, yeah, clear. I received tools to know myself, to have protection against negative energies that distract my higher purpose. And I really can recommend everyone to at least try it, with a life activation, or come to the Mystery School of UK, EU hosts free meditations every Monday and Wednesday Chido. But get in the energies of the lineage. That's what I would really recommend
Mm.
to receive structure.
Mm. And would you say you're also in a world of finance, very corporate leader mindset? So my question is the path of progression, are the tools just for spiritual people, or actually just a normal person living their life, doctor, lawyer, teacher, a builder, can anyone benefit from those tools?
Very good question, Kasha. I think it's especially for those who are in the world and already living a great life, but now seek the missing piece, that they have a higher connection to their own divinity, their own, yeah, godliness within, without dogma of religion or even dogma of spirituality, without woo woo that just sounds fancy. But this stuff really helps you ground even more of your potential. So you want stuff that works, you do the mystery school.
Mm. And I love grounding, I love that you're pointing out that thing, because sometimes spirituality, as it is perceived, is this woo out there astral thing. But
Mhm.
the purpose of Mystery School is to unite the spiritual with the physical at our heart space so we can live our best potential here on this earth, being grounded in the true reality, beyond the pain, beyond the suffering, beyond all the conditioning, actually getting to know ourselves truly, maturing mentally and emotionally, and actually having this beautiful connection with each other, being as one, like being united and actually creating and co-creating. I love how the path is giving us tools not only to come back home, but I love how as within, so without. So as we change, the world around us change. Um, so in a way, all the leaders out there, would you say someone who is CEO, someone who is a director, someone, mom, dad, because we are leaders in many different, wearing different hats. Um, as we start changing ourselves, how will that affect our world externally, or will it affect?
Mhm. Yeah, as you said, when we change the inner, the outer will reflect what we've changed on the inner, because your life is a reflection. So, for sure, the mystery school, that's the path that starts with the life activation, empower thyself. As you bring more light within yourself and see the blind spots, all your world will change. It has to. It's a chemical hermetic law, as within, so without. So expect to change, and change is a good thing, and you will have much more light to really fulfill your purpose.
Mhm. And do you feel like as we get to know ourselves, um, can there be a new door opening for us? Like, how is that journey of, I called it coming home, but like reaching our potential, that sounds quite big, because often we might be like, oh, I'm this, I'm a pharmacist, or we kind of get that individual mask, what we are. But what does it really mean to live our potential? How that, would you have some examples either from your own life
Yeah.
or clients, how that is expanding?
Yeah, live our full potential can be quite scary because people are not afraid of their yeah, people are afraid of their own light, of their potential, because we as humans, we are so much in the dark, our comfort zone, that we truly almost avoid our biggest potential, our divinity. So from my own experience, as a little boy, I was always on the bed of my parents with a tennis racket and performing there, but very shy. Nobody was allowed to come in. And through the mystery school, it helped me to step into that rock star. I'm going on tour this week, German tour. If you're around, check it out. Temple Mind. Without the path, I would have never trusted in myself and opened that door to be the lead singer and producer and bass player of my own project. So and you will also help other people to reach their own potential. I think that's the great thing of the mystery school, that there is no real guru, but everyone will help you to become your own guru of your life and empower other people while your life gets empowered. And I have not found that in any other path that I have looked into.
Mm. I love how, just even looking at you, how many things you are doing, how multidimensional that is, how you are expanding so many, wearing different hats and being so great in so many areas of life, and yet still serving as a guide and a teacher and helping others to live that full potential.
Mhm. Yeah, thank you. You too. Yeah. Through the Universal Hermetic Kabbalah, we learn to become multidimensional beings. The world tells us you can only be one thing. We learn we can be so many things. Then we have to practice our multidimensionality because we can do so many things. That's another obstacle sometimes, but it's a beautiful life. And I feel honored and grateful for everyone who's open. I think you, as a guide, know that too. We are grateful for everyone who comes to the classes, right? Who can overcome their ego to sit in the light of the mystery school. And we'll be always there to help you with that. So yeah, we're looking forward to see you very soon. Yeah.
And actually, that really leads me to the next question. I wanted to ask you, what is the main obstacles from, you know, in our journey of growth and expansion? There's a resistance. Sometimes we might hear live activation and paradise self, and then it just like flies in and out. What is the obstacles that people mostly face?
I mean, the obstacle that we in the mystery school, we call it's a negative ego. All the doubts, all the separation from our own greatest potential, aka our divinity, that will hold us back. And it can show up in we're not feeling so well before the live activation of power. So we like to just I do it next time when it comes around, right? And but every time we can overcome that negative ego and be in the class, be there in that session, we we are 10 times stronger, 10 times greater, 10 times have the power to see and manifest our creativity. So it's amazing.
Mm. I love how the obstacle is the way how we choose to outgrow and overcome and show up for ourselves because we're not showing up for anyone else. We're not showing up for a teacher or a healer. We're showing up for ourselves. How that action within itself is already healing because we're saying yes to the light within.
True. And based on what you just said, like the initiation starts when you put down your deposit or make the real choice, I will go there. Sometimes some obstacles come up, your negative ego might talk you out of it. And I think I also speak on your behalf then that when I say just make a pact with yourself to come to empower yourself and overcome everything that is along the way, overcome every obstacle, and you will grow so much. And you have learned so many things. Or going to Healers Academy, which is the second step. I have a beautiful initiate here in Germany, and she's flying for the first time, going to teachers, not speaking English so well, she thinks. But when we learn these things, spirit will help us because our higher self wants to be in initiation, wants to be at Healers Academy. So it's a beautiful thing to witness also as a guide. And I wish there are many more guides in the future all around the world. So yeah, until then, we hold the light. Kasha, let's go.
Let's do it. You know, what you shared about the language, I recently taught my mom and dad who are Polish and don't speak English. It was just so
Mm,
incredible how they were receiving the energy and how they were understanding beyond the language, how they were
yeah,
applying. So, yeah, like you said, the ego has all those tricks to trick us out of it, but I love the advice to have that contract, that promise to the self that I will do it for me. And I choose learn and grow. And I'm open because sometimes I don't know how that happened for you, but when I signed up for Empower Thyself, I really didn't know why. I knew that I have to be there and I want to be there, but I didn't understand in a logical mind. So also, you know, for those who are maybe more sensing and feeling that inner calling, you know, trust that. Trust that soul calling you to take the next step, to move forward in life, to express your divine essence. Because the calling comes in many different ways. Sometimes it's logical, sometimes it's not, but follow your journey.
mhm. Yeah, and we all seek that connection to that silent voice that wants to go to empower thyself. And we want to strengthen that connection to that silent voice that we want to have stronger than the doubts that will talk you out of it, that it might be too much money or it doesn't align because you want to go on a vacation. When you have that stronger connection to that silent voice of your heart, of your higher self, your divine self, I mean, when that connection is strong, everything in life will be more easy because initiation, the path of initiation is always a reflection of who you are. And when you can grow on the path, life will be more easy, right? The path is like a catalyst that will show you your own BS, your negative ego. And when you can overcome it on the path, life will unfold in a beautiful, magical way that your mind will not be able to comprehend. And that's the magic.
You know, the power of the initiation, just with the first step of Empower Thyself, we have 10 times more light, but that means 10 times more awareness, 10 times more power, 10 times more positivity. Because let's face it, the world sometimes can be negative. All the negative news on the TV, social media. People maybe sometimes like to also, you know, focus on the negativity. But imagine having that strength to actually seeing beauty in things around you and share that with others, how the world would feel if 8 billion people will focus more on positivity, beauty, goodness, being more grateful, being more joyous, living more from the higher divine self versus negative ego, will we still have wars? Will we still have all those uh, challenges and obstacles in life?
Yeah, nothing to add. What she said.
What is the, you know, the one of the favorite tools of yours to use?
Um, Empower the Self has many great rituals, like for protection, for manifestation, for healing. And my favorite thing to hand down and also do myself is a thing called the sanctuary meditation. And for me, this was a life changer. And I've studied all kinds of meditations prior to the mystery school. You name it, I have done it. This meditation allows you to have a clear communication with your higher self. Um, and in that meditation, when I did for the first time, I got told to move to Los Angeles on the 29th of August, 2016. I've never had such clear information what would be the next step in my life than with this meditation. So it's really a true game changer to have a connection to your higher self. So that's just for that, do the initiation.
That actually is was one of my favorite one too. Because what a gift it is to make the decisions in life from the inner wisdom and to make the decisions that will move us forward in life. Because sometimes the negative ego wanting to protect us takes us away maybe from the hard, challenging decisions or actions, which actually will lead to great expansion, great possibility to be in life. So having that clear guidance from our higher self, it's such a win-win for big and small things in life.
Yeah. And as you say, win-win. Giving a life activation, when you go deeper on the path, becoming a healer's initiate, second step initiate, life activation is the greatest win-win situation for your inner world, but also the world around you that I've come across in my life. Initiation as well. And yeah, but you have to try it. I have one song that is called "More to This Life." The first line of the chorus is "Try or you never know." So try or you never know. You know, start with life activation.
And Paradise Self and Healers Academy, they actually working on our senses, physical and spiritual. Because something which I have been struggling with, and lots of my clients struggle with, is busy mind and maybe not seeing the true reality because the voices are so intense. But through Empower Thyself and through Empower Thyself, we actually learning how to work with our physical senses, so our awareness and perception expands. And healers, we working with the spiritual senses. And every time we do live activation for someone, we actually working on our spiritual senses so that light and the strength of our discernment is growing. It's never ending growth. And that's what I love about the path, that no matter where you are, there's always more to unfold, more beauty and goodness, and deeper wisdom to come through.
Mm-hmm. I just heard recently in one of the classes by Dr. Sandy, and I love the picture a lot. She was comparing the path with an artichoke. In the New Age, we usually talk about the onion, but I like the artichoke because the artichoke has a heart, right? So we're peeling the artichoke of our consciousness, of our being, and we come always closer to the heart of the artichoke that we all are. So it's a beautiful thing.
Oh, so beautiful! What a
Yeah.
beautiful actually to end this beautiful interview. I think coming back to heart, to our heart, to its wisdom, to its love. What a way to live. Philip, thank you so much for this incredible conversation. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. And I would love to invite you soon. There is so much more to talk about.
Thank you, Kasha, for providing space. You're doing a great job with the podcast. So thank you so much for having me. And yeah, see you soon.